Here we have a very simple average velocity problem in which our character Larry leaves his home at 9:03 and he runs at a constant velocity in the negative x-axis to the lamppost and reaches it at 9:07. He then immediately turns around and runs to the tree, which is 1,000 yards in the x and the positive x-axis, and makes it there at 9:13. The first part of this problem is asking for the average velocity in the first interval, meaning from the time he leaves his house to the time he gets to the lamppost, so the average velocity in that interval. The formula for average velocity, V average, is final velocity plus initial velocity over 2. But since velocity is constant in this problem, this just turns into 2v over 2 and the 2's cancel out, and it's just velocity, which is the change of distance over time. So for the first interval, the change of distance is final minus initial, which is the final is 200 yards minus the initial 600 at home over time, this is yards, and the time is from 9:03 to 9:07, which is 4 minutes. This gives us negative 400 yards over 4 minutes, which gives us negative 100 yards per minute. And that's part A of this problem. The second part of this problem is asking for the average velocity on the second interval, which is from the lamppost to the tree. Now this is exactly the same as the first part. So we're just finding velocity, which is the change of distance over time. And now the only difference is the distance from the lamppost to the tree, which is 1,000 yards. And the time it takes to get from the lamppost to the tree, which is 6 minutes. Solving this on a calculator gives us 166.66 yards per minute. The last part of this problem is asking for the average velocity throughout the entire run. So again, we're going to use V equals the change of x over time. This time we're going to use the entire distance covered. So for change of x is x final minus x initial, and then the time is going to be from 9:03 to 9:13, which is 10 minutes. And x final in this case is going to be 1,200, and x initial is going to be 600 because it's home, because that's where the problem originally started. So 600 over 10, this gives us 600 over 10, which is 60 yards per minute.